Hello there lads and lassies, my name's Derek, welcome to Scottish Geeks, and finally we're doing a Doctor Who review again. It's only taken a year, it's all my fault. No wait, my name's not Stephen Moffat for hanging back for full bloody year. Well, I did Sherlock, by the way, which the final season wasn't that great, but you know, I still like Sherlock. But anyway, yes, watched it last night with my friend Shari, and it was actually pretty damn awesome. It was a welcome comeback, and actually a welcome start to anyone who's never watched Doctor Who before, because there was a lot of things explained in it, and I was sitting there nodding my head and going, I know that too, and oh my god, is that all of the Doctor's sonic screwdrivers in a mug? Seriously? Was he actually playing Beethoven's Fifth on the electric guitar again? Well then, that's just the beginning of Doctor Who Season 10 Episode 1, where we meet Bill, the brand new companion, and Matt Lucas as well. But yes, so Bill, the brand new companion, who everyone's been ranting about, saying, oh my god, she's gay, how could you do that to us, Doctor Who, how could you bring in a gay companion? Well, it's not exactly thrown in your face. There's a brief mention of it at the beginning, couple of little nods to it here and there, and to be honest, who the hell cares? It's just one of those things. People realise it. There's gay people in the world. It happens. Deal with it. At this point, any other sort of YouTuber would have the glasses coming down, some sort of explosion happening. I don't do that, I just talk. Anyway, right, so, as a beginning episode, as I mentioned, it was really quite good. There's a slight difference to the new title sequence, which is cool. Cleverly called the pilot, as in a brand new beginning, even though it's an ending for Stephen Moffat and Peter Capaldi, and apparently Pearl Mackie, who's playing Bill, will be leaving at the end of this season as well, which is a shame. I actually kind of like the character now. I didn't think I was going to, and that was purely not from the sort of oh my god she's gay thing, but purely from the little snippet we saw at the beginning before, I think it was last year, when they showed a little part of it. Trailer, that's the word I was looking for, trailer. Anyway, yeah, so the pilot one was actually a very, very cool episode. Lots of references to old Doctor Who for the fans like myself who've been watching it for years. Hang on, my hands made this weird farty noise there. There we go, did it again. Yes, but anyway, so Bill basically meets this nice girl called Heather, and spoilers ahead. Switch off if you haven't seen it. So Bill meets this nice girl called Heather at a nightclub, and this girl Heather has this really strange defect in her eye, which makes it look as if she's got a star. You know, stars in her eyes. I was just waiting for Matthew Kelly to pop out at some point. And after meeting the Doctor, becoming, like, what's that blue box there? What blue box? That blue box. Oh, it's my blue box. Blah, blah, blah. How'd you get in here? Etc., etc. The usual crap that usually happens in Doctor Who, where he's trying to pretend that he doesn't have a time machine. After that, Heather takes Bill to see this strange puddle she saw, and tells Bill to look into it and see what she sees. And she's like, my reflection. Like, okay, what's wrong with your reflection? Oh, that's weird. Something's wrong with the reflection. Now, we ourselves don't actually kind of get to know what's going on. I'm assuming we're supposed to guess at that point, but we don't. So, things happen. Basically, we find out the Doctor's got this strange vault thing going on underground, and we don't really know too much about that yet, but I'm assuming that's going to be a plot point in a later episode. And Bill eventually goes to see the puddle again and finds Heather staring into it. And Heather's like, have you figured out what's wrong with your reflection yet? Bill's like, nah, it's like, what? Do you expect me to remember that kind of thing? I was too busy looking at your boobies. She didn't say that. I'm paraphrasing. So basically, Heather's, still kind of freaked out about this puddle here, and invites Bill to go and look at it again. So Bill goes round the corner after making Heather promise to wait for her. She goes round and bye-bye Heather. Heather is now gone. That was quite freaky, actually. So she goes up to the puddle for a second, looks around, goes, whatever, and walks away. And then, weirdly enough, we see Heather's face in the puddle, and a strange alien voice saying, pilot has been found, or passenger located. And, of course, Bill walks away, and then she tells the Doctor about this puddle, and in true Doctor Who fashion, a little bit of a comedy moment. She's looking at the window, sees him running past while she's in mid-sentence, turns around, the chair's spinning around, so off she goes after him, And they both look at the puddle, and eventually they discover what's actually wrong with the reflection. The reflection is not a reflection, it's mimicry. Because if you look at yourself in a mirror, for example, if I'm looking at myself in my camera view here, so I can see if I'm here, hi, it's me, hi, how's it going? I see myself the opposite way around. You never see your own face the right way around, but in this puddle, you can, which is why it looks weird to you. And the only reason that girl noticed it is Deus Ex Machina time! The star in her eye. I mean, come on. Could you have been a little less obvious about it? Hey, it could have been a freckle or something, but no, you gotta put a star in her eye. Anyway, we'll come towards some sort of a visual pun later on that happened because of that. So the doctor discovers that this isn't really normal, etc. Sends Bill on her way. Bill goes home. Hears someone in the bath, and there's nobody there. And then all of a sudden there's an eye. There's an eye in the shower. And so she runs towards university. The first place she goes is not, call the police. Which, really, she should have done. No. She runs to the doctor. Because, as you all know, everyone knows the doctor is the only person who can help them in any situation like this. But yes, anyway, so she gets about halfway there, and all of a sudden there appears Heather, who will henceforth be now known as Wet Goth Girl. Seriously. Wet Goth Girl. Quite cool, actually. I don't want to get into it. Anyway, so she meets her, and then the Heather's repeating everything she says. We don't actually understand what she's about. Heather goes to meet the doctor. Bill goes to meet the doctor. Heather follows. They then do the whole sort of, oh my god, it's bigger on the inside. Takes a while, though. And Bill, who apparently was terrified beyond belief, is now cracking jokes. And we're back in the vault again. And of course there's Matt Lucas in the background, whatever. Actually, Matt Lucas's character has actually grown a lot. He's wasn't as grating on the nerves this time. So they go jumping from place to place, trying to avoid this thing. They even go 24,000 or 24 million years into the future, I can't remember which one it was, to a completely different planet, and there she is again, there's Heather. So they're trying to figure out what the hell is going on. So in true Doctor Who fashion, they go back into the TARDIS to travel again, and the Doctor's like, well, there's only one way to get rid of this thing. Let's kill it. I don't get that, because the Doctor never says, let's kill something, let's eradicate this thing, which apparently is part of a ship, a shape-shifting, water-based ship. I kid you not, this is what it was like. This is how confusing it would be if you actually stopped to think about it. When you're watching the episode, it makes perfect sense, but when you think about it, it's like, what the hell? What the hell was all this confusing stuff going on? I spent a night thinking about it. If I'd done this review last night like I'd intended to do, I'd probably have been a bit more favourable about it. I mean, I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it, but holy hells. I mean, seriously, what the hell was going on with that? Anywho, so they basically go to the middle of what I'm assuming is the Time War, although it's not actually mentioned, and they meet some Daleks, and of course we've got the fourth Doctor screwdriver comes into play with Matt Lucas going zap zap zap, I don't like this, zap zap zap, and they meet a Dalek who apparently Bill has never ever heard of a Dalek. When the Doctor's memory was wiped, so apparently were everyone on Earth's memories wiped. I'm still not convinced that's Earth, by the way. I think that's Mondas. I'm just saying that's Mondas, that's not Earth. Twin planet, same countries and everything like that, just different name for the planet. Moving on. So they find Heather's there waiting for them, etc. Heather then starts, mocking the Dalek by copying and exterminate and stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, there's a Dalek in front of them, sounding very broken. But it's not a Dalek, it's Heather. It's Wet Goth Girl. And then we discovered the Wet Goth Girl wasn't actually dangerous at all. She was just keeping Heather's promise of waiting for Bill. But technically not waiting, technically following, stalking, tracking, hunting, whatever you want to call it, around the universe and time. Waiting means staying in one place and waiting for the person to come back to you, not walking after them and scaring the bejesus out of them. But anyway, so things happen, blah, blah, blah. Everything's solved. The Doctor says, don't touch it. So Bill goes, oh, I'm going to touch it. Don't touch it. No, I'm going to touch it. So Bill starts to see the universe in her head and everything going along. And then, weirdly enough, the Heather entity remembers enough saying, like, I'm going to miss you, Bill. Bye-bye, Bill. and disappears into what appears to be a pile of water and noodles. Again, I kid you not, it looked like noodles lying on the ground. And so anyway, there goes Bill's introduction to the Doctor and time travel and all that, and one exciting episode where lots of stuff happened, but nothing really actually happened, but everything happened became confusing and interestingly weird. And of course, the Doctor then goes, you know what? I don't think this should happen. Let's wipe your mind. Let's wipe your mind. I'm not going to wipe your mind. Off you go. Before I change my mind. So she gets about 3 steps outside. The TARDIS laughs at the Doctor, and there's the Doctor outside waiting for them. Let's go on an adventure. End credits. End scene. All done. What can I say about it? What can I say about Doctor Who season 10, episode 1? I may have ranted there, but I really enjoyed it. I also enjoyed the fact they had a photograph of River Song on his desk and a photograph of his granddaughter, Susan, and it was a fun episode to watch. It was a welcome return to Doctor Who. Stephen Moffat's really pulling out all the stops this time. He no longer has to concentrate on Sherlock. He is doing his final hurrah, his last goodbye. Everything he should have done in previous seasons is now being done in this season. Bringing back old monsters, bringing back favourite characters, just enjoying himself and allowing the audience to enjoy themselves, saying, you know what? You, the person that's coming after me, you've got to live up to this shit. You know, people will forget the last couple of years, obviously they will. Probably. But yeah, no, but he's really has brought out all the stops. And I'm actually looking forward to the next episode. I'm looking forward to seeing how the Bill character develops, and I'm looking forward to seeing both Missy and the Master appearing. Yeah, you heard it right. If you've watched it, you've seen the end credits. Master has got his amazing beard back. I don't have to shave. I can be my own version of the Master. Yes, I can. Anyway, guys, let me know what you thought of it. I mean, personally, again, like I said, I thought it was a really good episode. I quite enjoyed it. And like I said, I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. I'm just got pissed off that I've got to wait till the next week. You know, just the usual thing. Sounds like a little bit like I don't like that. That was weird. No, I don't have any effects to put over that. I don't have any explosions and stuff like that. That's just me. Yeah. And my pen. It's not a Sonic pen. It's just a YouTube pen. You see YouTube. But anyway, yeah, I want to know what you guys thought of it. Have you seen the episode yet? What did you think of it? Do you rate it above last season? Do you think it's got a good place to go? Do you understand what's going on? Or like me, did you think about it a little bit too much and get a little bit too confused? Let me know anyway. So, other than the confusion, etc., I really enjoyed it. My friend Sherry really enjoyed it. Well, she seemed to anyway. I assume she did because she watched it, you know, anyway. But yeah, I'm going to get going just now. But guys, please do let me know what you thought of the season. And I'll catch you guys next time. Please share this video with your friends, etc. And watch out for wet goth girls in your shower, unless you like that kind of thing. If you're into wet goth girls, I'm going to stop now.